Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Caveman to Cosmos with me, Alpha Pi Omega, and Byzantium. The turn is 3820, year 1029 BC, and we are one turn away from Patriarchy. And we're doing great. We are actually doing great. We have an income of 208 gold per turn. We have finished the Brazen Bull in Constantinople, and we are very close to finishing the Great Lighthouse in Thessaloniki and the Hanging Gardens in Nicaea. And I believe that we are working on the Oracle somewhere, aren't we as well? Palmer's Workshop. There's the Gate of the Sun. But I think we were building the Oracle. I think we were actually building the Oracle in Constantinople. Someone might have finished that, quite honestly. I just realized that it... No, here it is. So, someone is working on that Oracle. I just don't know who. Shrine, Bar Gatherer, Homing Pigeon Coop. Damn, are we not building the Oracle? That is so weird. I am super confused now because I was under the impression that someone was building it, but obviously no one is. Okay, so once we finish that, we're gonna shadow the Oracle in one of our buildings. That is, I'm generally and quite honestly confused at this point, because this is not at all... I saw someone work on that, and I have absolutely no idea who that was. Huh. Well, never mind. Well, the joys of recording, sometimes you just get so confused. But we're working on the Great White House, we're working on the Hanging Gardens, we're working on the Gate of the Sun, and as I mentioned, Constantinople finished the Brazen Bull. So those things are actually looking pretty good. We actually have such a high income that I decided that we're gonna found a new city. This time I'm not gonna let you guys vote because there was very few votes last time, but all of them were for this northern area. So I decided that we're gonna settle here on the coast, probably actually here. This looks like a good place to settle. We'll have access to a number of resources here, banana, shrimp, whale, and I believe we don't have whale. We'll have papaya and murex here. So the city is going to grow pretty fast and nice. We have quite a lot of units already prepared. We have a druidic missionary here, we have a medicine man here, we have town watchman and composite bowman, all are ready to move, and we have the workers army working there, and here we have the citizens which are gonna join the group. So once all of these are in here, we are going to move and settle. Other than that, a lot of cities have grown. We are now at 120,000 in total population, which is great. There has been so many that I don't remember all of them, but I know Vadena, I know Atalaya has grown. A certain city has grown very recently. Yeah, Nicomedia grown to population 9. Antioch has grown to population 12. So you can see that things are looking pretty good. Constantinople is still chugging along towards population 19. Doing great. We're actually building the homing pigeon coop, is going to be finished soon. Then we're going to build the stalkers. And our diamond mine has burned down. So we're working on that afterwards. Then we're going to build the hippodrome, then a ruby mine. And then we're going to build a couple of town watchmen because I want to distribute them. We're still fighting the crime and disease. As you can see, most of the cities are doing very good in one, the other, or both, but there are some exceptions, like for example Adrianople, but even here it's not anything dramatic, so I'm kind of happy with it. Running out of things at to build in certain cities, like Vadena is now at lesser wealth because none of these are actually good. Patriarchy I don't believe will bring us anything, so we can take advantage of the lesser wealth and can fund the new city. Speaking of new cities, Nissos has finished its what I always forget what that building is called. Ancient Customs, okay. Now it's working on Bar Gatherer, and I'll have to do a little something here to make sure. Yeah, we could shadow it now together if we want to. So you would be 4 turns, and then it gets 7 and so on. So maybe it's better if we go with food. Free. 5-5. Like this. We have the knowledge inheritance here, a story tower. The education here is awful, but crime and disease are under control. But there's definitely a ton of better buildings, like the beadworker and the marketplace and some other. The crafts hut is usually pretty good. Yeah, the jeweler. 12. Holy hell. Okay, so let's shadow a couple of buildings here that will help us with the income in the upcoming days. Mass Carver, Mammoth Camp. That's gonna be interesting. Can we build by subdued mammoth? The crafts hut and the beadworker. What's better? The beadworker and then the crafts hut. And then we're gonna start focusing on education, science, and so on. But just these few buildings will give us what? That's 6.5. That's 12.5. So that's say 19. That would be 24. Yeah, roughly 30 extra gold just from these couple of buildings. So that's looking pretty good. We're still terrorizing the territory of Israel, hopefully making a dent in their advancements, but not by much. I can see them steadily growing. We kind of slowed down a bit, but I think that was most dramatic due to the new city founding. We're gonna see another leap up. They have kind of gradual growth, which is fine, but we still need to work on that, which is why we are in Constantinople training the new Stalker units, because they are going to be used for exactly that. So let's end the turn now, and here for Patriarchy. As far as the plans, until the next update goes, I want to finish the two Great Wonders, the Great Lighthouse, which is going to give us a huge boost to all of our coastal cities. The Hanging Gardens would be also good. And the Gate of the Sun is advancing. Then we're going to shadow the Oracle. I think there was a mismanagement by the management, meaning me. I might have accidentally cancelled it, but that seems so weird. Why would I cancel the Oracle? Or maybe I thought I shadowed it and I just forgot.
Maybe the best proof that the language is patriarchal is that it oversimplifies feeling.
Huh. Okay. So we got Patriarchy, and now we are leading to Monarchy. Cool. So it gives us really nothing. Let's see the big picture of the Patriarchy and the Matriarchy. I know I kind of ignored those before. Wait, where are you? I know you're above the Junta. There's trade, caste system, divine prophets. Here. So we have the strongman, Matriarchy, Patriarchy, and the Junta. The Junta is extremely expensive, but I'm not sure the Patriarchy is that much better. Maintenance. Yeah, the maintenance from the distance to pass would actually go up. Number of cities, that would remain the same. Cost for the cities and the home company remain the same. Junta gives us the same boost from trade routes and gives us a bit more in capital, while you would give quite a few bonuses. There would be no revolution. It would actually boost a lot of our income. I'd like to go for the sovereignty though, to be quite honest. Sovereignty would be better because it lowers the expenses quite dramatically. And it gives the same bonuses as Patriarchy, but it gives other bonuses as well. Loyal to... And the Junta actually allows the, what's it called? The monument of the 30% free military upkeep per population. Damn, okay. So we're actually benefiting quite a lot from the free upkeep. I didn't even notice that. But sovereignty is going to be the thing that we're going to go for next, because that is going to be fine. Barwenier Doriwan. Wasn't Doriwan somewhere here? No, it's in the south, right? It's in the south. No, Thessaloniki. Okay, I have no idea what Dorival is. I have absolutely no idea. Where the hell is Dorival? Am I blind? Iconium, Amorium. Am I? Wow. I guess I need to sleep more. Thessaloniki, Nicaea, Nisos. What am I missing here? Wow, this is gonna be a funny update for you guys. Not only... Oh, here it is. Yeah, I was right the first time. So where the hell is the barley? Where the hell? Up here. Barley. Okay, requires farm. And we could actually do that. We have a couple of workers stored in our city. Could I upgrade you? No, it's not necessary. So wait, where was the barley? Here it is. Okay, so we're gonna turn that into a barley farm. Cool. So now comes Monotheism. And what's next? Where's the Monotheism? Oh, it actually leads directly to Monarchy. Okay, cool. That's gonna be fast. So in this update, we're actually gonna get almost a classical lifestyle. Nice. And then we're just gonna do these bonus techs for us that we want, but they will give us quite a lot of benefits, like oratory, falconry. What are we starting with actually? Astrology, magic, resurrection. Oh yeah, because that gives belief in resurrection. National belief, resurrection. Yeah, that's gonna be good because it lowers crime everywhere. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool. So we're gonna get sovereignty at the end of this episode. And I know Israel had monotheism and they just didn't want to trade it. So screw them, we're not gonna trade with them either. And we're just gonna enjoy the fruits of our labor. So, in essence, I lost a world wonder and I couldn't find my own city in this update. What's new with you? Turn 3825, year 1023 BC, and we are 17 turns away from monotheism. But what happened is that I actually loaded the game to play a couple of turns tonight, and the first thing that the game has hit me with is that Israel will trade us monotheism, which they didn't want to do a couple of turns ago or before I actually started this session. So I think that we are going to go for it because they want irrigation for it. And while the irrigation cost us 23,562 research points, we still have a greater amount than that, to go through with to get monotheism. So I think it's a still fair deal. And, it's a bonus to us, a little bonus to them, but I think it's fine as well. And it's the cheapest technology. I'm going to try to give them sericulture. They would accept it. Okay, so they took actually the worst option here. So I'm fine with that. So let's hear it for monotheism.
I am the Lord thy God. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Okay, so monotheism gives us a 10 culture in Dead Sea Wonder of the Nature. It enables state church and reads the scripture, Zoroastrianism, and monarchy. It also enables a couple of world wonders. Masada, it's from the old Egypt. 50% defense. Wait, Masada? Is that what I think it is? Oh no, it's a special thing. Okay. I thought that it's a site of an ancient fortification in the south district of Israel on top of an isolated rock plateau or large mesa on the eastern edge of the Judean desert overlooking the Dead Sea. Masada became famous after the First Jewish-Roman War, also known as the Greek-Jewish Revolt, when a siege of the fortress by troops of the Roman Empire led to a mass suicide on the site's Jewish Sicarii fugitives when defeat became imminent. Oh, I remember that. Today Masada is a very popular tourist destination. So it gives us 2 citizens to be able to turn into priest. I don't know what spread change +3 means, but We get 1 extra production from a priest in all cities, 50% defense, 2 happiness if state religion, some culture, city is more likely to generate a great profit. Okay, and the other thing is Pergamon altar. It's probably from ancient Greek. King Eumenes II in the first half of the 2nd century BC on the terraces of the Acropolis of ancient city of Pergamon in Asia Minor. Yep, that's a Greek settlement. 50% extra great general emergence inside cultural borders. The more likely to generate a great spy. Steals 2 great general points for each unit killed. Interesting. Double production speed with Marple. Interesting. And we can get Israeli culture and state church. So let's investigate the state church, because that is something that I would be interested in. I think that right now, yeah, we went with the prophets, but I think state church would be better. So prophets give us extra happiness from the oracle and the Stonehenge. Missionaries are trained a bit faster. 2 extra free priests, allows construction of ogre shrine and a mystic hut. And state church gives us an insane amount of things. Unlimited priests, can build special units without monastery. Jesus Christ, state church would have an upkeep of 400 gold per turn. I don't think we can afford that, honestly. Extra money from Odin Sanctuary, Babel Tower. Okay, but it gives extra gold in all cities, it gives extra gold in capital. University Sankora, Spire Minaret. House construction, Alamut Arger Propaganda, Satellites, Revivalist Church, Scriptorum Seminary, Televangelist Studio, Martian Monument, Disables construction of Mystic Huts and Shrine. I'm tempted to do this, but I think that this cost is just too much. I don't think that we're gonna get... Actually, we can check. Let's say it's gonna be 2 extra gold in all of the cities. I think we should see our income. Wait, can we see like an overall statistic here? GNP gold. I don't think this is manufactured gold graph. Can we see something like how much? Would this be how much gold we are getting? If we're getting 3,000 something, would that make sense? 384, 200. Yeah, okay, I think that that could be it. So if that is correct, we're getting 2% extra. So 1% would be 40. So we would be getting like 80 extra gold, and that means we would pay like 300 extra gold for the upkeep. I don't think we can afford it, not at this point. So we'll have to wait a bit. I'll experiment with it later on, but I don't think that at this point it is a good idea to hit us with that, especially when we are going to expand right now, and we'll see how it's going to go. Anyway, Monarchy is going to come next. I wanted to mention that we finished the Hanging Gardens, and now all of our cities have an extra point of population. So you can see Constantinople is now at 50,000 people, Patra 15, Vodena 13, Thessaloniki 17. They're growing like crazy. 56 per turn. Constantinople is getting more, but Thessaloniki is just right behind them. Adrianople 15, Nicaea 12, Antioch 13, Nicomedia 10, Ancyra 12, Trebizond 10, Iconium 9, Attaleia 10, Laodicea 10, Adi 11, Dorylaeum 10, Amorium 10, Nisos 9. And that together gives us 162,000 people, so we have more than triple of our best rival. And in the next turn we're going to get the settlers, so I'm going to send them here to settle the city, and I'm going to send the population and everyone. We have everyone pretty much ready to go. So once that is done, I'm going to see you in 27 turns when we get the Monarchy. And I actually think that we might go ahead and do did it change together with the Monarchy? Because it would make sense to switch from Junta to Sovereignty. I think that, yeah, Sovereignty will be cheaper. And it's gonna give us way more money in all cities. Way more money. So that's gonna be a big boost. And while the state church is going to be horrifyingly expensive, it's gonna make sense to switch them on, because from the role-playing standpoint, you know, a sovereign would be able to force people to follow his religion, which is going to be Druidism. Okay, so I'm going to see you in 27 turns with the new city. Hopefully, we're working on the Oracle. I used the Neanderthal Prisoner to speed that one up. It's going to give us a free technology in 41 turns. Hopefully. It's going to be fine. And the rest is going well. I think our cities are growing nicely. There's really not much of a complaint that I could make. Everything is going well. We're, you know, making our coast better. We're actually expanding into the coast a bit as well. Things are looking generally pretty good. And turns out most of our income got swallowed by this growth in population. I don't know how that's possible. I think it might have... could it spike in crime? There is a certain spike in crime that I can see everywhere. Okay, so that might be it, because with crime comes loss of income. So that might be it, but, well, you know. Anyway, I'll see you in 27 turns with Monarchy. Turn 3851, year 989 BC, and we are 1 turn away from Monarchy. So close to the classical age, so close. But I wanted to mention that we are now above 1000 score, which is amazing. Being the first ones to break through is great. So we are currently at 1033 points of score, getting 4 extra this turn. And our new city of Philippopolis is doing great. Actually, kind of changed my idea about where I'm gonna settle that city and then just put it here. It kind of limits it for some of these resources for now, but it provides more resources to Patra and to Nissos in the long run, and I think it's going to be good. It was actually the first city that was starving for us. Once we added all the population, it had only a very limited range of area to work with, so the population actually the population did not shrink, but the food stockpile shrank quite dramatically until we managed to expand the borders and improve some more tiles. Now it's getting kind of good because we have finished the shrimp farm here, and we also now have access to the banana orchard here and some of these wetland camps, which give us extra food source. But we'll need to improve the water tiles as well. We have more ships coming. No, actually, you are already working on the kelp harvester. Okay, and there could be one more build here and here, but I don't think that for now it's necessary, because the tiles in the land border are giving us more. And I can see that we're, as usual, working on many of the industry boosting buildings, ending with the ancient customs, after which we are going to turn to growth of food. And oh yeah, the fishmonger here, that's a good one. Oh, and we could get a stone tool workshop, which is actually awesome, but where was this one? Stoneworker. Let's throw it in there so that we get the stone tools. But yeah, the stone tool maker, once our best building is now just a shadow of itself. So unfortunately that's how it is, but it's super cheap. You know, that's the good part. It's super cheap. So once we get to the ancient customs, we're going to switch to the food producing and gold producing buildings, after which we are going to turn into culture and education. But you can see that we have the crime fighting and the disease, controlling units already in place, so it's actually pretty good. Education is not, but that will take some time to get. We've also finished the Lighthouse in Thessaloniki. You can see it here, and all of our coastal cities now have 2 extra trade routes, which is amazing. I actually wonder, I don't know when the differences in these trade routes are gonna start. Oh, here they are. Okay, I was wondering if we can ever see some difference here. Okay, so we get some sustained peace bonuses here. Okay, I was wondering that all of these are always the same, and there just was an example of them. And here, again, a different one. Okay, I was wondering which trade routes would be more useful for us, or if they're always going to be all the same, which seemed weird. Anyway, other than that, our population keeps growing. We have an amazing time with the growth. I think that we are very close to 200,000 people. Yep, 182,500 people, of which 50,000 are living in our capital. And in 75 turns, we're gonna boost, I think, to maybe 60,000. I don't know what the population 20 is. It doesn't really show you. So we'll just keep on growing. 67 per turn is amazing. I'd like to mention that Thessaloniki is now our second biggest city with 52 growth per turn, and really catching up to Constantinople, but that city should be still the biggest one. So while Constantinople has 50,000, Thessaloniki have 40,000. And then you got all of the other ones. But again, it's kind of cool because Thessaloniki was a late bloomer. We had a number of other cities that were earlier. I believe that Vadena was earlier, Patra was earlier, Adrianople, and maybe even Ankyra. So Thessaloniki just jumped over all of them. Yeah. As far as cities go, it's, I think, all we finished. The Gate of the Sun too. Yeah, here. It doesn't give us much, just a bit of a culture and great profit points. It was a cheap, small, world wonder. And we are building the Pergamon altar in Nicaea. It's gonna take 49 more turns. Gives some extra points for the Great General for each unit killed, so I'm kind of interested in seeing if it's gonna be all that useful. Getting closer, 42 turns to the next Great Person. Great Engineer 86%, Great Merchant 11%, and Profit would be 3%. Well, we'll see how that's gonna go. Income, though, is really bad. Minus 246 gold is rubbish, but we have Patra and Vodena, and I think one more city, which is Patra and Vodena. Yeah, just Patra and Vodena working on lesser research. So I believe if we, just Patra would give us nearly 100 gold, and Vodena would give us 100. Okay, so we can shave off 200 if we switch these two cities to lesser wealth. And then, I mean, Constantinople is building a lot of things, but it can also start producing gold, so we should be fine. But now that we get Monarchy, and we're going to do that next, we are going to switch to Sovereignty and the State Church. I really hope that it's not going to demolish our budget completely, but what can you do? If it does, it does. If it doesn't, all the better for us.
A multitude of rulers is not a good thing. Let there be one ruler, one king.
Okay, Monarchy is one of the game-changing technologies, especially because it's one step before the classical age. It gives a lot of new units as world unit, and it gives us a lot of new buildings. Abu Simbel, a really nice world wonder, reduces maintenance in nearby cities. Cyrus Cylinder, extra education, 50% Great General Emergence. Oh, it's night. That's nice, that's nice. Tomb of Cyrus, 50% Great General Emergence. Interesting. Terracotta Army. And one is really good. Enemies suffer extra war unhappiness. Treasury, National Wonder, plus 2% in all cities. Actually, that's pretty good. Can be built by treasure, requires palace. Hopefully the treasury can be built even without the treasure, because someone asked me about that, and this is really good. A meeting hall is a great thing. We're gonna do that one for all of our major cities. Lowers, I think that lowers maintenance, or does it? It probably doesn't actually. -2 for building. I think it actually increases maintenance. But it gives a lot of education and extra experience points. Royal Monument, pretty good. Spy Hideout, pretty good. Governance Menagerie, and then we get cultures. And Improvement Hunting Preserve, so we can now upgrade hunting camps to Hunting Preserve, giving us extra food, which is also great. Tapestry Maker now gives us more income, that's also good, and enables Monarchy and enables 2 Monarchy and Sovereignty, and leads to Classical Lifestyle. So before we go there, I actually wanted to check. We have the possibility of... Oh, you wouldn't trade us candle making again. You were willing to trade it just a turn ago. You would give me candles for that. Well, you get screwed right off. Interesting. Well, here's our next policing unit, because I noticed that Ankara has a lot of issues with crime. 204 to be quite honest, so I created 2 more town watch units to send there. You're gonna get this and heal. We actually lost our best unit, the Green Death, so I created the Green Death. That is one of the most, or one of the biggest losses that we ever suffered, because the Green Death was, I think, level 15 or 16, and we had it for so long and we lost it. So yeah, a big hit to us. But now let's go to the civics and check it. So we can change Despotism to Monarchy. Okay, and that is definitely gonna help, because it lowers maintenance for distance to palace, but it increases maintenance for cost on the continent. Okay, free military upkeep is the same, and we get a limit of 24 cities. We had what? We had 16, so we got 8 more cities, and we get a big boost to production in all cities. Extra gold in all cities, 1% extra industry, and 1 extra. Wait, no, it actually low. Oh no. Okay, it lowers the food by 1%, but we get 1 extra percent in production and 2 extra percent in gold. And for capital, we get extra income, and for capital we get less but more at the same time. It's going to be interesting. There is, involved with culture production, this one actually increases it. We get a huge boost to construction here. It's going to be an unlimited noble units, and units receive extra experience points. Okay, so Monarchy is one thing. It's going to take 10 turns for revolution. Cool. Now if we switch to sovereignty as well, it's going to take 17 turns for revolution. If we didn't do this, it still requires that. Okay, so sovereignty, and then if we add state church to that, we are at 24 turns. Jesus. 24 turns, that's an entire technology that we can get in that time. Now if we can get a golden age, I think we might actually wait for the Great Person, because the Great Person can give you a golden age. And the 37 turns seems like a reasonable time for us, because in 37 turns we can negate the 24 turns of bad revolution. Okay, I think that 24 turns of game is actually a big thing, so I'm gonna wait for that. In the next episode, in 47 turns, we are going to get that. But are you really not going to trade with me? I'm gonna do one more turn here, just for good measure, so that we will see that Israel will not trade. Because if they change their opinion again, I would be happy to show you that tech as well. Otherwise, I'm just gonna check in the next episode, because that would be unfortunate if they just change their mind and we didn't see that. It's kind of cool that they can change their opinion in one turn, but it's also kind of bad on the other hand. So I'm a bit split on this general idea. So come on, Israel, are you going to or are you not going to trade with me? Let me see what you got. Let me see what you got. It reminds me that actually we wanted to switch Patra and Vadana to Pouts have been built by Nicomedia. Okay, so how about now? Nope. For some reason they will not change it, not trade it now, but they did one turn before. Okay, well anyway, let's investigate what we can get as new buildings, and then we're gonna call it a day. Okay, so we can build, yeah, it's definitely gonna lower our income here, but give us extra education, which is always nice. But a ton of other things that we gained cannot be built. By the way, some of our buildings were able to build. One of them was gathering moths, which are not even here as far as I can see. But there was one burial platform. There was one that was doing moth gathering, kind of interestingly. Do we have anything? Burial ground? Damn, wasn't there way more buildings here? Vinery. What's vineyard? Interesting. Slave market. Huh. Increases science. Soap maker. Why can't we make soap maker? City of Nose Chemical. That's interesting. We can't make a soap maker in our capital. Jade carver. Jade carver. Duck farm. Traditional apiculture shop. Okay. Well, I don't see them here, so that probably tells us that we need more various buildings. I'm gonna check one more time in Patra, and then, yeah, you can only do the same thing here as the capital. So let's do that thing and be done with it. And you are making the sacrificial altar, then you're making the wine maker. Hopefully that's gonna allow us to build the soap maker. Then you got the toy carver, auger. Oh, you already have it set. Okay, that's why we can build the soap maker, because it's already in the queue. And world wonders. Okay, we could build the Cyrus cylinder here, and the terracotta army as well. Actually, what was the one that? Okay, no, those are not the ones. Sacrificial altar. 158, 216. You could actually make the Tomb of Cyrus. So let's make it. The soap maker can wait. And you're 13. Oh yeah, we're gonna get an extra technology. But please don't be resurrection. That would make me so mad. That would make me so mad. But okay, thank you very much for joining me. I hope this was fun. Even though I distinctly remember that the first episode was, or first part of the episode was really weird. I really needed more coffee there with the hiccup about the Oracle. But other than that, I am happy with the progress that we made. The gold situation is not great, but it's gonna get better. We just need Nisos and the other one to start really working on some gold production, and then we'll be good. And I mean, you know, we can just tone it down a bit with the science and we'll be good as well. So, thank you very much for joining me. See you in the next episode. So I am adding an addendum to the episode because it kind of occurred to me to try to restart the game, and now Israel will trade the candle making with us. So let's see what they want for it. No, they want everything for that. Candle making is a technology of 26,000. Reviews candles and can construct candle maker shop. Let's see, are we even interested in candle making? Falconry, central heating. Where the hell is candle making? Judaism, Shinto, cuisine, resurrect. Oh, here it is. Candle making. Yeah, we want candle making. It's giving. Those candles. Soap requires soap making. Okay, leads to. Oh, here's the building. Candle maker's shop. Provides candles, a bit of production and a bit of gold. And it's, I guess, a prerequisite for something. What does it lead to? Priesthood and... No, leads to papacy and alchemy. Okay, so both of these are kinda... I'm pretty sure that neither of those is here. Yeah, those are far in the future. But still, we'd like to get it. So let's see if they are going to trade something reasonable for it. Let's offer them irrigation. Nope. What about matriarchy? Nope. So let's give you banana. Nope. Banana and mushrooms and parrots. Let me throw in lizards and beavers. Here's my offer. Yeah, they really want. So what if I offered you locks? Locks and irrigation. Nah, I'm not trading 2 techs for that. So my best offer is locks, banana, olives, mushrooms, and parrots. Okay, fair deal.
I remember when the candle shop burned down. Everyone stood around singing happy birthday.
Okay, so workers build improvements 5% faster, reveals candle, get us power worker 1, and a candle shop. Amazing. Requires trading post, ward or wax, which I believe we have everywhere, don't we? Yeah, we got a ton of that. So that actually crossed off one of the technologies that we needed. We got the candle making. So we are only looking at, if I add you afterwards, 16 techs before we transition to the classical lifestyle. So first is going to come resurrection, and resurrection is going to be interesting. And again, by the time we're going to get the oracle, so it's going to be another one. Okay, so this is truly the end, but I'm happy that I could actually sort it out. I guess this is some kind of bug with the programming where the AI is more likely or reassets its position afterwards. I'm not sure how I should treat that. I think that I should take advantage of it because it is there, probably possible, but let me know if you have a problem with this, so I would stop doing that, because otherwise I would just always have to wait at least one turn into the game if they don't change their mind. Cool, so see you next time.